Okay, so it's time for another mulberry variety. That's up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today. It's the third week of April here in 2019. Now, I'm back here in the corner of the property, and we're actually going to share something with you that we have not shown you before. This is our Illinois Everbearing Mulberry. So another mulberry variety that we have here on the farm. In fact, I'm going to link, I think we've got a series on mulberries. I'll link that here for you so you can take a look at our other varieties. First of all, where are we? We're actually back here. This is actually the southwest corner of our property. You can see we've got a block fence that goes around the whole property. We're back here right up against it. So this is where we have this tree slash bush planted. Here in this climate, I'm not sure whether or not we're going to get multiple harvests off of this throughout the summer or not. My guess is probably no. However, this is the first harvest we've gotten off this tree. Now, the tree itself is about 2 years old. We got it about 2.5 years ago. And actually for the first year or so, it actually spent its life in a pot. We had it in a 17-inch pot sitting just back off of our patio, the north-facing patio on our property, because we were a little concerned whether or not this variety would do okay through our summers. Well, we struggled a little bit with watering because it wasn't on a watering system, and we really kind of mistreated it, best way to put it. So last year, so last spring, we put this in the ground for the first time. Now, when we put it in the ground, this tree itself was probably about 3 feet tall, probably about 2 feet around would be my guess. And in a year, this is what it's turned into. Just an amazing bush. This thing is probably pushing about 10 feet tall. I'm guessing it's a good 7 to 8 feet across. So just a nice, beautiful, bushy tree. So now, the block fence. Part of the reason why I have this here is because I wanted to try to protect the tree itself and the trunk from our winds. You can see we're really windy tonight. We're usually very windy most evenings. So I wanted to protect it from the wind. Also wanted to give it a little bit of protection from the sun itself. But it does get midday sun. It gets protection on the trunk in the evening, but doing really, really well. Here in Arizona, we've got lots of options as far as what we can do with mulberries. The leaves here are much, much smaller than some of the other mulberry varieties that we have here on the farm. And what I really like about this tree is it's compact. So you can see fruiting. We've got fruit everywhere in varying degrees of ripeness. One of the things that's very obvious with this tree is the berries themselves are very, very small. So compared to the other mulberry varieties that we have, it's very, very small berry. Varying degrees of ripeness. However, I think I have at least one here that looks pretty darn ripe. Came off pretty good. So let's take a look at this. So now, size. So our mulberry varieties, this one is dinky. So he's about 1/3 of the size, I'm going to say, of our Shangri-La mulberry. I'll link that video here so you get an idea of a size difference. Really, really small. He's probably about the size, I'm going to say about the size of a penny, maybe a dime. He's pretty small. But small, let's see what it tastes like. Okay. So best way to describe this, probably could have ripened just a little bit more, but we struggle here beating the birds to our harvest that we don't protect. But taste. So I'm going to say it's a lot like a blackberry. This particular one, not quite as sweet as some of the other mulberry varieties we have here, but it wasn't completely ripe either. Probably could have given it another day or so. A good combination of tart and sweet. Really, really good. All right, so one of the things that I really like about this tree is, and really kind of a bush, is we've got it kind of in a multi-trunk. So it truly is more of a bush than a tree. Our other mulberry varieties, definitely trees, big, thick trunks. This one's not getting that. So it's staying a little more compact, which I really like. And actually, it'd be very, very easy to probably keep this in a large pot. So if you're looking for a mulberry variety, potted mulberry variety, this one's probably going to be your go-to, at least here in Arizona, if you got it in the right spot. You know, I'll tell you what, lots of different options I think that you can do with a bush, more of a bushing type mulberry. The mulberries taste very, very good. You know, that good mix of sweet and tart, a more compact tree, lots of opportunities here. So just want to thank you for joining us today. You know, if you haven't done so already, hey, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't checked us out on Instagram and Facebook, we're on there. We post content there you won't see here. You know, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And hey, if you haven't heard already, we've got an Amazon channel or page that we started. We'd love it if you would use the link down below to go to that page. Anything you buy there, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be on our page, but anything you buy there helps support the work that we're doing here. Every penny we make on there, we turn right back into content that we bring to you each week. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.